Okay, so we're going to talk about Alzheimer's disease and behavior. First of all, it's really important to understand that those with dementia respond best to a stable and familiar environment and an established routine. Routine's really important, and having the same caregivers over and over is also really important. Allowing a person with Alzheimer's disease to participate in normal activities definitely helps with that self-esteem, which is also an important need of theirs to be met. Remember, we should always look at behaviors as them trying to communicate with us an unmet need. We've already talked about the 5 basic needs of people with Alzheimer's or dementia, and that is the need to be useful, to be able to care for others, to have self-esteem, to give and receive love, and to experience joy and laughter. Remember, challenging behaviors will occur. Distraction is a great overall strategy, and it's a way that you can use memory loss to your advantage to get them on to something else if they're doing something that's maybe frustrating them. Reality orientation, there's clocks and signs and lists, and they decorate for the season. This kind of helps them to know what time of the year it is or what time of the day it is. That certainly helps with that. Validation therapy, this is meeting a person where they're at. It's about going where they are mentally in their mind. So I have a really great video posted. Naomi Fail is the founder of validation therapy, and she did a little TED talk that I have posted, and it's fantastic. So take the time to watch that. I think it's 11 minutes. Reminiscence therapy gets them to talk about their past and reminisce about things that are happy memories, times from when they were young adults. And so there's a video on that also. Very, very useful. Rewards. You want to remember to reward good behavior and ignore bad behavior. And rewards can be anything from a smile, a pat on the back, attention, a hug, food, anything like that can be rewards. We don't ignore the person, but we can ignore the bad behavior or the unacceptable behavior. Remember that we need to deal with these different behaviors that are associated with Alzheimer's disease. We're going to kind of go through some of them quickly. Repetitive speech and gestures. Just make sure you're using a calm voice, and distraction can be helpful. If they're having a catastrophic reaction, you want to remove them from the cause of the reaction. So if it's because there's too much stimuli, too much activity or noise, take them to a calming place. Limit choices, limit questions. That'll definitely help. Aggressive behaviors, try to distract them with something that's pleasurable. Look for patterns. There's something in particular that's always making that person angry or aggressive, and try to avoid that if you can. Don't argue. That never helps. If they're having inappropriate social behavior, don't take it personally. Remove them from the area and just try to remain calm as you're dealing with this person. Pillaging, hoarding, or rummaging. Remember to label the residents' belongings, create a drawer for rummaging, and return items back where they belong. Probably when you're out of sight of the person who's been taking them. Fear or clinging behavior, they may need a security object. That can be a hat, it can be a stuffed animal, a doll, it could be a purse. So remember those things and try to have those security things available. You can use other activities or reassure them. Be cautious of loud sounds that can come across as threatening. Doll therapy, there's a video posted about doll therapy. Make sure you take a few minutes to watch that. Hallucinations and delusions. Don't argue with the person. This is very real to them. So yes, you can't see it, but they can, and they're not making it up, and they're not trying to be difficult. So don't argue, but maybe validate what they're experiencing. So there's some different strategies. You can say, I don't see the bear in the yard, but it must be very scary. That might be a strategy to use. Reduce clutter and shadows. That's also something that can be very helpful. Just overall strategies. Remember to be aware of verbal and nonverbal cues. Plan for problem behaviors. If you know that they tend to struggle more as the sun goes down, which typically happens with people with dementia, have somebody available to take them for a walk or be prepared for those things. Routine's very, very important. And positive reinforcement is very important. Remember, behavior problems result from the disease. We never take anything they say or do personally, and it's because that's the disease speaking, not them.